Last week we talked about the KOA journey in Pueblo, Colorado. This week, we just want to give you a brief overview of the city of Pueblo itself. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. We spent 3 months in Pueblo, Colorado. As we showed you in the last video, we stayed at the Pueblo KOA journey. Unlike Cottonwood, which we did a video about here, Pueblo, I didn't feel like it had all that much in the way of attractions. And
there was quite a few things to do there. Not as much as the surrounding area, but Pueblo, we did do the Riverwalk.
Yes, and that is probably their main attraction.
Yeah. They also have the Reservoir State Park.
Yeah, Lake Pueblo State Park.
For outdoor activities. There's a lot of good restaurants there.
And I have to admit, we found, in our opinion, the best Asian restaurant that we've ever been to in our lives. Literally. And I mean, they have a fusion between Japanese, Korean, and Chinese foods. And wow, nothing on that menu was bad or even remotely bad.
Best wontons ever.
Oh, absolutely. And dessert wontons.
Oh yeah, they have apple pie wontons. Oh, my mouth is watering. Apple pie wontons with caramel sauce on top.
So, yeah, I'm not saying that Pueblo is like a dead city, you know. They also have the place that claims to have the best slopper in Colorado. I don't think that we can really speak to that because we only had the one. But what Pueblo really is good for is a launching point to some of the best things in Colorado.
Especially Colorado Springs. There's a lot to do in Colorado Springs, and you're only 40 minutes?
Yeah.
Around 40 minutes.
45 minutes.
And it's all straight highway, so it's not difficult to get to. And it's Colorado Springs, you could spend every weekend there.
Yeah,
and, and not see the same thing twice. So, and we've covered some of those things in some of our previous videos.
Yeah, I mean, we went to the top of Pikes Peak. We went to the Garden of the Gods. Now, the one big thing that I really, really want to make clear about Pueblo, that a lot of people are falsely stating.
Whenever we go to a new place, a lot of times we watch videos that people put on YouTube about that particular place, what to go see, what to avoid, what's good, what's bad. You know, we try to get a good, well-rounded view of the place where we're going. And a lot of the places that we saw on YouTube, a lot of the videos said that it was rundown, dangerous, high crime, dangerous. We didn't see a lot of that. Now, it's a very, very old city. So it does have some older parts that are run down. But a lot of the places they've revived. They've redone the historical buildings. Some of the neighborhoods, you can tell that there's been an intentional revamping of the older homes and the older buildings. So I'm not sure, and especially the dangerous crime deal, I'm not sure where they get that.
And it's not like we stayed only at the journey, the KOA journey, which is outside of Colorado, of Pueblo. We went into the bad part of Pueblo, and I'm here to tell you it's not even bad, not even remotely bad.
He's from New York, so.
I lived in the Bronx, and there were places in the Bronx where you couldn't walk in the daytime. Pueblo doesn't even fit in the same universe as that.
They have their share of homeless people, like any city, but I honestly didn't see a lot of real littered places. I mean, there's some, but you had that in any city, but there wasn't anything like you would see in downtown Los Angeles or any kind of gang activity that's outwardly noticeable. There wasn't a lot of, violence in the streets or anything. It wasn't a war zone. So no problems there. But I'm not sure why people characterize that. And it wasn't just one video. It was several that we saw.
Yeah, and let's not forget that this was once a steel city.
Yeah.
Their steel mill was big, almost as big as Pittsburgh. And when that went away, so did most of the jobs in Pueblo. They are still recovering to this day. Now,
I read prior to going there, now the number one job market there is healthcare. So there are a lot, the hospitals there, there's actually 2 hospitals there, and then there's a South Pueblo emergency center, small hospital there that feeds into the bigger Pueblo hospital, and then there's all sorts of doctor's offices. So there's a lot of assisted living places, a lot of long-term care places. So healthcare is the number one job market there.
I think it compares favorably to the place that we came from, Greenville, North Carolina. Whereas Greenville became a college town with East Carolina University, Pueblo is, I think, still trying to find its fit.
Yeah.
And it could very well end up being tourism. Personally, I think they should probably find a way to revamp that steel mill into a museum about the steel industry. But there's just, it is way overblown as to how dangerous this place is.
And the people are very nice. At every restaurant we went to, you can kind of gauge when you go to several different places in a town, you can kind of gauge the overall vibe of the place. And it was very welcoming, very friendly, good service everywhere we went. We went to a lot of like small restaurants, local restaurants. We try to stay away from the chains as much as we can. And everybody was very friendly. And my experience with the hospital, patients were nice. We didn't have a lot of violent people. And I've been in areas where we had a lot of unpleasant patients. But most of the people there, even the people I worked with, the patients, the families, everybody was really one of the nicer populations that I've worked with.
And yeah, I know we had the incident, okay? That has nothing to do with Pueblo.
Yeah.
Okay, that has to do with 2 people who were just out of control. And I don't even think they were from Pueblo. But either way, I highly recommend Pueblo, Colorado. If for nothing else, other than if you try to get a spot in Colorado Springs, you're going to pay probably twice what you're going to pay in Pueblo. Yeah. And it's only 40 minutes away. That's it for this week. I hope to see you next week when we're going to start on our journey from Pueblo to where we are now. Till then, I'm Felix.
I'm Cindy.
We are the Roaming Gomes. Safe travels.